Donna Norris, Soul Level Intuitive. Welcome to my channel. As you can see, I have the one and only Susan LYNN, Spirit Navigator, here with me tonight. And we were just talking before we went live about, the election coming up and how important I feel it is. I mean, I can't sleep at night. It's that important. And I wake up thinking about things I could do, somebody I could call, who can I offer a ride to? The way they've worked it here on our little island where I live. It's a pretty pedestrian city, right? And there you could walk less than a block to the courthouse to do early voting until this year. Now everybody has to go to the next island up the chain, up to Stock Island. And so all of these people who don't have cars are going to pay $30 each way for an Uber to go
No.
vote if they don't have a ride. And that lets out a lot of the elderly, a lot of the people that just don't need a car because they walk everywhere or ride their bike. And make it really, because the bridge over the channel to get to the island doesn't have a bike lane. It's not a really
No.
place to ride a bicycle. So there's just stuff like that happening. And it was so weird today. I was in there and I only had to wait about 10 minutes, but the guy behind me is stepping up in front of me and looking at the type of voting machines we have are the kind you fill out by hand and then you feed it into a computer and it reads your little circled answers, sort of like those tests we used to do in school. And so you read it in, it scans your answers, and pling, you get this it's done thing. Well, he wanted to make sure that those Chinese voting machines were really plugged in. And I'm not even kidding you. And his wife is saying, "Get back here, get back in line."
Oh my gosh.
And then there was another guy who messed up his ballot, sort of like the one that Marjorie Taylor Greene tried to make into a big deal today about, the one in Georgia, the Dominion machines were all messed up. Well, anyway, it was sort of like that. They screwed up their ballot and they took it back up. He put them to the front of the line, right in front of me. I don't care. But, cut the ballot, sliced it, made him fold it and put it in an envelope, sealed the envelope, and made him sign his name over the top of the envelope. And then they gave it to the poll watcher so that, and he was saying this whole time, he says, "You're just going to open that back up anyway." No,
Oh
no, we're
my
not. It can't count. Here's
gosh.
your new ballot. Go vote again. Go try again. So it was just really weird. There were some people there with militant attitudes. I couldn't
Whoa.
believe it. It's never happened to me before, and anytime I've ever gone to vote.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
No.
You said you had a really crowded experience, right?
I had a crowded we were in an old courthouse. The hallway was really small and the line went both sides of the hallway. So
Oh, stinking heck.
the workers were trying to walk down the hallway and they couldn't because it was like this. And we were all so nervous that no people weren't even on their cell phones. Like we were in the hallway way away from the booths. But people, when do you ever not see people on cell phones? 30 minutes,
Right?
nobody took their cell phone out. Everybody was just like standing there with their hands in their pockets, like terrified, kind of, like it's weird, man. It's weird. But I am Donna was voting in South Florida over in Key West area. Um,
Yeah,
but I'm happy that there's such a high turnout. It's unfortunate that
me too.
they've caused so much distrust. That's the point. That's the point of all of this is for us on both sides to distrust something, the system or some part of the system. So yeah, but
Yeah.
you guys go out and vote because it's like a weight is lifted off of your shoulders. And you guys that live in places, because y'all text me, y'all email me, and you say, "Oh, I got a notice saying my vote was counted." Honey, we put that thing in there, and it's just like you hope. I just stood there and watched it
Yeah.
suck my ballot in and was like, please, 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 Here I am thinking the same thought is the guy in your thing saying, is that thing plugged in? You know what I mean? I'm just as worried, right? It's crazy. I would love to get a text. We've counted your ballot. Thank you for voting. I would love to get an email. We've counted your ballot. Thank you for voting. No, down here, it's like, here's your sticker. Don't come back.
Right. Yeah, I like the ones that print out a receipt and show you who you voted for. Yeah, we
No,
don't have
my
those either.
nothing, right? Like I would have loved that. I just didn't even want to leave. I was like, but is it okay? Can I leave? So, we all have doubts, and that's the system. That's the thing they've tried to create here.
Yeah.
So, but
They've tried to
anyway, we
undermine
did
it
it.
all.
And
Yeah.
there's so many of us, you guys. I don't have any worries. I wish I could be worried. I mean, I'm a little bit, what I am is the guides are like, just hold the energy. Just be steady. They just keep saying, be steady. Everybody be steady, right? It's almost like you're trying to thread the eye of a needle, and if your hand shakes, you're never going to do it, right? You got to be steady. That's what they just keep saying. Everybody be steady. Try
Yeah.
that.
This
Try
is
grounding your energy. Try breathing. Try just telling yourself you've done everything you can do. And it's not just me, it's all these psychics in our community that are saying that she's going to win. And if we were terrible psychics, people are like, well, what if you're wrong? There's so many of us. And if
yeah.
we started getting something different, we would tell you guys. You know what I mean? So I just feel better
Yeah.
knowing that our whole community feels very strong about her winning. Now, of course, we all feel some kind of way about after the election. I mean, I think that there's going to be delays. There's going to be whole states that say we're not certifying. Screw you. It could go to the Supreme Court. There could be a really long period of time where there's no, it's just kind of like hanging in the ether, like what is happening,
Yeah.
right? um but she's gonna get in. It's not gonna be easy. Her presidency is not gonna be easy. So I mean, that's the part I think that concerns me.
And what I think is so important is that if we get out the vote and the numbers that my guides are telling me that, that she's going to win by, and I hate to use the other phrase, by a lot, she's going to win by a lot. And if the popular vote is that much ahead, way more than the 7 million votes that Biden won by, way more, then it's going to be really hard. Even if the
Right.
electoral votes are close,
That's right.
it's going to be really hard for them to say, especially after early voting, if the results are like through the roof,
That's
lopsided.
right.
That's
That's
my
why
hope
it's
that
so
that's what's
important
going to come through. Yeah, that's why it's very important.
to
And
vote early.
vote early, please vote early. Down here, we're still in hurricane season. They're already predicting that we may get another
Patty.
one in early November. So that would be really bad for election day. Hope we don't. Hope we're done.
Vote early, guys. You
But
just never know what's going to happen. And the best thing is what Donna said, which is the polls are wrong. And if we can do the early voting, then we can prove that the polls are wrong. Then we can really have some data to stand on when they start saying this thing is robbed, because we can say, no, look at all these votes, right?
yeah,
Just super important, you guys. Please, please, please go do the thing. Go do
you
the
really
thing.
do
I
count.
don't think the
Yeah.
lines are ever going to get less. Go do the thing.
No. The one time I voted on election day was 2016, the year of Hillary. And I waited for over an hour at a line at the courthouse in Clear Lake City.
Yeah.
But it was terrible, the lines, and they had,
Mm,
2 dozen machines in there. It was a really big polling station,
wow.
but it was just a long, long line. Don't want to ever do that
Mm,
again. I'm sold on voting early.
yeah. Right. Right.
Gets it done.
Well,
So
we
anyway,
should we should get, I mean, everybody has personal questions, and I just want to give a shout out to Lawless Astrology, who's here. If you are not familiar with her,
oh,
check
hey,
out her
Daphne.
her channel. Yep, Dabney with Lawless Astrology's here. And look who's in our chat is Crystal. Hey Crystal, how are you doing? Did you see
Crystal,
that, Donna?
hey.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Oh
Um
my God, hey, girl. And Christina, look at this. Oh my God, we have
mm,
a whole lot of questions. We should
yeah,
get
yeah.
started.
We should get started. People are like, what are they doing? Are they just chatting? Do they want to answer questions or not? So Kristen wants to know, let me know how to help my daughter Jade. Anything I need to know. Um,
Hmm.
I'm just tuning into your daughter, dear. What is that? I mean, please don't take this the wrong way. I'm channeling. You guys know. What is that? Define of something defiance order. Uh, something when basically like being spicy is what I would call it. Um, just there's something where there's a pushback. There's an energy of not wanting to go along with somebody or something. Could be just something in her life that she's like, no, I don't want to do that. Um, is there a particular area you want me to look at? Because I'm looking at her whole life and it's a complicated situation.
And I'm feeling that the defiance and the anger is just a cover up for a whole lot of fear about what's going to
Mhm.
happen. You know, what's going to happen to her.
Defiance can show up as depression. It can show up as anger. I mean, it doesn't have to show up as anger. It can show up as other things. Okay, because of her autism. Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Need to learn how to help her do well in school or just listen and behave herself with us. Um,
Yeah.
they're telling me it's one of those things, and I know that you guys are great parents, so I that's good going into this, right? But they're telling me it's one of those things where she needs to make decisions because she wants to feel in control because she feels that's just a trigger for her in general. So you might you might say, here's three options, right? Instead of just saying, well, tell us what you want, give her three options. Um, Also, there might be something around, does she have a hobby she's into or like some kind of thing that she's really into? Because that's okay. This is Donna's thing. Because if you treat her like, if you give her a lot of positive reinforcement, lots
Yeah.
and lots and lots of positive reinforcement, because Donna taught me that with my dog Zoe, who was a hellion, you guys. This dog was a hellion. And Donna met her and said, she's just a baby. And that dog flipped over on her back, threw her legs up, and I'm like, what just happened? Right. Like, so to this day, if you say the word baby, she's just like melts down into like a bundle of joy. Um, and so Zoe really responds to lots and lots of positive reinforcement, which is difficult, but I think that might be something helpful. What do you think? She's in a residential
Yeah.
program getting treatment with ABA therapy. It doesn't seem to be working.
I'm not sure I know what ABA therapy is, but okay. Thanks, Crystal. Um, what I'm feeling is like a plan. I'm seeing like writing, and this is something that the two of you would be working on together, would be like a plan, like and you could even turn it into something fun because I know you're artsy, and she probably would enjoy it too. Is like a vision board. Help her do a vision board for coming into the holidays in this next year. What does she want to see happen? And encourage her to envision her life as it would be if those things happened. uh, Everybody loves to have a dream, and everybody wants to have something to work toward. I think that might help give her some feeling of like she's got a path, if that makes sense.
It's the same energy of
But
the hobby. You know what I mean? I just feel
mhm,
like she needs identity. She needs a different identity that's not autistic, that's not a problem, or you know what I mean? Like
right,
she needs another area where she can be successful, and she can
just
be,
Jade.
you can have that positive, right? Like Donna's saying,
Yeah,
what is it that you could work with her? And I know this sounds like we're talking, fairy wings and caterpillar. I know it sounds like that, but because I know that when you have a difficult situation, it's like that's never going to work. But that thinking is part of the problem. You've got to allow her to really be somebody different. So introduce a
yeah,
whole new type of something to her. Um, and it could surprise you as to what that is. And I just
yeah,
see it metamorphose. It could be like cooking. It could be something weird that all of a sudden she's like, I really like this. And then she has
yeah,
her identity. She gets an identity that's not this identity. That's the troublemaker. That's the problem, right? She's the problem because she doesn't think people can understand her. People are not getting it. She just doesn't feel heard. And I know you guys are trying. Um, do we
yeah,
see her being successful? Yes, but if you get her out of this direction of being the adversary, if you can
yeah,
get her out of that direction, redirect her, into something else, anything else, animals, cooking, art, anything else that she can rewrite her identity, yes. What do you think, Donna?
I agree. You know, it's about value. It's about knowing that she has value, that she has agency, that she has a voice, and that you hear her, and that makes a huge amount of difference. And that's what I'm feeling like. My guides are showing me like she starts out really intense and really dramatic, and then as you're listening to her and try not to bleed to death from biting your tongue, but you won't. So, but just kind of listen to her and hear her, and I'm seeing my guides are showing me that she's slow, that she kind of slows down and kind of gets into what you're saying and into the rhythm of what's going on and what can happen for her to create her own path going forward obviously within the parameters. But there's no reason why she can't have goals and dreams and something that, like Susan says, is just where she can just be her. I don't know if she does have an affinity for animals. I know she's had pets before, because we've talked before, but maybe volunteering at a shelter might be really a good way for her to have something that she can do and that she would be good at, and that the animals would really respond to her. So, just
I wonder if she's tactile. I wonder if she knits or crochets. There's a
yeah,
tactile something. She just needs some downtime. And the more everybody tries to get her to be something, the more she wants to push against that something.
yeah.
You know?
She's a square peg and not wanting to go in a round hole.
Yeah. I
She's
mean, I
gonna
don't
march to her
know.
own drummer.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't autistic, but I was a hellion. And, at some point you're just fighting against everything. You're fighting against, your family, but everything. You just get very combatant, right? So I really think that she can switch, but you've got to find out what those buttons are and stay away from them, you know. Hopefully that helps, dear. Wishing you all the best.
Thanks, Crystal. Thanks for coming. Okay, let's see. Christina says, "Good evening. I'm so happy to be here with the group this evening. It's good to have you. Thank you to Donna and Susan for taking the time to do this live show for so many people." Oh, thanks. Not a question in that, but I appreciate it. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Christina. While you guys are here, please subscribe to Donna's channel. I think we just have you just have a few more subscribers and she'll be to 1,000. So please subscribe, okay? That'd be
Yeah, I'm
awesome.
trying to hit that goal. Thank y'all.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it.
Next one, Linnea says, "Hi, Susan and Donna. I have a 6-year-old female tuxedo cat that I lovingly call Bubbies. She has been having nightmares. Is she okay? Her mom, Valentina, died in November 2023. Blessings." Well, let's tune in to Bubbies. She is slaying dragons in her dreams. She is traveling and she is having a good time. She's actually like being, who is that warrior princess? From
Xena?
the anime cartoons. That's
Oh,
what I'm
uh-huh.
seeing
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like an anime warrior princess.
Nice.
Yeah, she's doing fine. Hold on. And I'm also seeing that Valentina is coming in to check on you and to check on her. I don't know if you have noticed her like just staring off and maybe even tracking something across the room. Cats are very good at picking up on deceased loved ones who come back across the veil. They're super sensitive to it. But she's telling me that Valentina has been to visit with you guys and check on you guys. Are you getting
Nice.
anything, Susan?
Yeah, I didn't get nightmares. It was super active, right? Like super, maybe they're crying out in their sleep, but it's more like play fighting or something. Um,
Yeah.
it's
It's sort of
different
like
though.
they live an action hero in their dreams so that, because they don't get that much in their real
They don't
life.
get that
So this
here.
is
Yeah. Yeah. And
Not in the day to
I
day.
wonder if this is also a message to you about boundaries. Are you having issues of boundaries in your life with anybody, and somebody disrespecting you or pushing your boundaries? Because this feels like your cat is getting your attention in its sleep to teach you to fight back.
Hmm. They will take on your stress if they think they can alleviate some for you. They will take it on.
Yes, 100%.
So, yeah. Thank you, Linnea. Did you want to pick one, Susan, or you want me to grab one?
Let's
There's a
grab this
bunch.
one from
Okay.
A. How about to start a new job? Okay. Would Spirit like me to know about his time, especially given what I just left behind and had to heal from? I think you have,
Okay.
and I'm not, this is not a judgment. I'm just reading the energy. I think you have trust issues from that and other things.
Mhm.
So you don't want to, you're kind of going into this job, you're kind of like spirit's showing you kind of like going in sideways. You know what I mean? Like you're like, trying not to even touch the door, like trying to get in without anybody noticing you. That's energetically, you're like, just let me do my job. I don't want to be a part of any kind of thing. um in this job, what I'm getting for you is just do what you're doing. Keep your head down. I think people are going to be friendly, but I think just keep your head down and get the lay of the land. You know what I mean? Like I think you in the past you've trusted people and you've been quick to just be friendly and help out people, and because that's how you are. We all expect people to be how we are. And then you
Yeah.
find out they're not, right? You find out they're not like you at all. So in this case, I wouldn't be suspicious. I would simply just be chill and get the lay of the land, because I feel like you've learned so much from that past job that you're going to be able to be chill and you're going to be able to see things that you wouldn't have in the past. And it's going to allow you to just sort of navigate it better. But I think there's some good things in this job for you.
Yeah, actually, I see a really bright light, and I see that this is going to be inspirational for you, and you're going to be able to see fairly quickly where you can make some positive contributions to the team in your new job. And there may be some challenges in the beginning, just with procedural things and trying to remember processes, until you get the computer system and all that stuff down. But that's to be expected. But I really feel like this is like a brilliant and bright new start. And I think that you're going to like the people. I really think that it's going to be one of those places where you can see yourself staying for a very long time. This is going to be a good fit. So, congratulations. That's awesome.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. Okay. So, well,
Uh-oh,
there
did
you
I
go.
take, sorry, I took that down.
Brandy Oberly says, when I was 40, I saw a psychic who told me I might make age 70. I'm now 70 and a half. Wee, or point 0.5. I care for my 3 young grandsons for my daughter, so I hope my time lasts longer. Any thoughts? Well, somebody's laughing. One of my guys is just like, oh my God. Time has a way of shifting. And, Susan says this a lot, we all have free will. And so what they're saying is you've been doing a pretty good job of taking care of yourself. You get yourself tired out from time to time with the kids, but you've by and large watched your health, and you've got a long way to go. Yeah, you've got plenty of time to enjoy raising these grandkids and being a part of their life. They're going to look to you. Um, you're making great memories with them. I see them really looking to you as a source of stability and strength and family. I mean, I see you like running errands, going to games, doing stuff with them, taking them places. You're really active in their life. Yeah. Susan, did you get anything?
Yeah, I'm we're not God, right? I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen, but as I look at your life energy, it's you've got a long time.
Strong.
So I'm not worried about that, and I don't. appreciate psychics that tell people when they're going to die. That's just ridiculous, honestly. We all have multiple exit points, and like Donna said, hey, if you take care of yourself, you do the things, you listen to that little voice that says go to the doctor or change this habit, boom, you don't need to have that issue or that exit point. So yeah, I think you're around for a long time. I don't know if you're having teeth issues, but that's what I get is if you're not having them now, you could be having some real teeth issues, some kind of tooth issue. If that's the worst thing I could pick up on, that's what they're showing me anyway.
Mhm.
I think you're going to be fine.
Yeah. I show you keeping up with those kids. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
And that's something.
And yeah, 3 little kids. Okay. Next, let's see. Look at that cat. I love that face on the icon.
Oh,
Mary Louise says, should I keep living in Tennessee or move overseas to Norway? Whew, I am tired of living among the MAGA. Thanks.
well, I mean, there's some other options between Tennessee and Norway.
I was
I
gonna say,
don't
my
know.
first thought was, oh, shite, it's so cold there. It's like just a stone's throw from the Arctic Circle. Oh, ugh. Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna be happy there. I
Yeah.
think it's too small. The community, the country is too small. There's gonna be a huge, um, just a huge
Cultural difference.
culture shock. But you can do this, and this is what the guides are saying is you can get a visa and go over there for a month or 3 months, right? And
Dreams.
just check it out. So, but I think that sometimes we get in our brain that the only way out of a situation is a drastic thing. So, what are some
Mhm.
other options, right? Like if I mean, not everything is Texas, not everything is Tennessee, and not everything is Florida. There are other places to live. And one of the things that I do is just travel around and test out other counties and other states to
Yeah.
see how they do things. But I kind of feel like you would move in the states. You have free will. I when I was doing readings, I had a lot of clients that were expats that became expats. I could tell you it's a lot harder than you think. When you talk to people who have been there, it's a lot harder than you would think it would be to be an expat. But maybe you have a connection there and that's why you want to move there. I just feel like it's very limiting to you in some way. What do you think, Donna?
Yeah, I feel like it's dark there. It's like it's
That's
literally
true.
dark there a lot. And it's not like our seasons, not like our lifestyle. The people are not like they just don't think like Americans. Not that, we don't have it all figured out by any stretch, but it's just a different culture. And I like Susan's idea of just getting a visa, going over there and trying it out for 90 days just to see how you like it before you make a big move. Um, but what I'm seeing and what they're showing me is like up the East Coast, like New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, just trying out up that direction. You
Nice.
get all 4 seasons and it's gorgeous there, in the summer months, but you still get plenty of snow in winter and cooler temperatures if that's what you're going for. Um, that's where I'm being shown a map up in the Northeast. So
Nice. I wish Canada would allow us to live there. I'd be there in a minute because it's a lot closer to the United States. English is the main language. There's
mhm.
some beautiful cities there. Um, but yeah, that's a great idea. Wish you all the best, Mary Louise. And wait till after the election. You might feel a lot better. You might all of a sudden be like,
Yeah.
whew, I can breathe.
I mean, we've had 9 years of nothing but utter chaos in the media and in our ear, just being bombarded for 9 years now. It's about to turn a corner. So
Yes.
let's all hang in there. Okay, La Luna says, "Hi, Donna and Susan. Our dog Clementine, GSD, died 2 weeks ago. How is she? And how are the other two dogs, Zeke and Herschel, taking it? Thank you."
Mm. Sorry
Oh,
for your loss. That's hard. That's really, really hard.
yeah.
What a
Mm,
nice name, Clementine. I love that name. Did Clementine have a problem with a leg? There's something with a leg, a limp, or one of the dogs? Somebody has a problem with a leg, a limp in some way. I don't know. Um, that's just what's popping in right now. But Clementine is fine. Um,
Actually, what I'm seeing, what she's showing me is that she's jumping around like from place to place and showing strength,
yeah,
mobile,
like
agile,
pogo.
feeling full of herself. Yeah, she's like, yeah, like a pogo stick.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense for you, if she had not been in good health prior, or if she had had some mobility issues. But I'm feeling in my body's feeling like I'm restored, quite vital, young and able to move, able to fly. She says she's able to fly.
And somebody has hearing, some kind of something is stuffed in my ears. I don't hear well or something like that. But yeah, I
Mm.
agree with Donna. She's fine. She's happy. She checks on you guys. She walks through the house at night when everybody's sleeping. For some reason, I don't know why. But she likes to visit when everybody is, or it's very calm. She likes to visit when everything is calm. Um, but she does visit. And how are the other dogs handling it? Zeke and Herschel.
Yeah,
I feel like they're
they
happy
are
to have each
missing
other.
her presence. Yeah, they are missing her presence in the mix, but they've already received visits. They understand, and animals by and large are really pragmatic about this whole cycle of life thing. They know they're only coming here for a short period, and then they get to graduate and go back to the real home. And but they've already had the visit, so they know she's okay, and they're acclimating. They're doing okay. Yeah. Thank you for checking on her. Sorry
Yes.
again for your loss.
Happy baby. Um,
Yeah,
can we do this one next because
sure.
she's asked a few times. Emma wants to know, will her son get a kidney transplant? Um, I feel
Yeah,
like yes. Did you say yes or no?
yeah, yeah.
I feel like yes. I see it. I see the procedure, the I see the surgery. Um,
I see, it feels like it happens in springtime because it's literally going from, into sunny skies and blooming trees and budding, things having buds
yeah,
on them.
yeah.
And he's looking out a window, seeing, buds on trees. So yeah, yeah. God bless him.
God
The
bless all
nice
of you
thing
because
about
that's hard.
kidneys is that people can give a kidney and still be fine, It's,
Right, 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 right.
yeah. So hopefully you'll find that match really soon.
Yeah. Just try to
Sooner.
balance your energy too, right? Because this is if you just keep redlining, if you know what that means, if you keep just going over the max that your energy can handle, then it's just not going to help you or him. So just try to like balance, try to stay in the middle. Try to balance yourself as much as you can.
Yeah,
Wishing you and your son all the best.
yeah. He's gonna be looking to you for a little more day-to-day support, with the usual things, if that's something that you're able to provide. He's gonna need a little extra help. So anyway, good. That's awesome. Do you have another one, Susan?
No, go ahead. If
There's
you have
there's a
one queued
bunch.
up.
Okay, hold on. Where did it go? Barbara wants to know, what is the best thing I can do to get clarity from my guides? Well, aside from asking for signs. I would think I love cards. Cards are my gateway drug of choice. You can
Crystals and
always pull
cards.
a card. Oh yeah, crystals are great too, but I mean if you need an answer, spirit works with us through our frame of reference, and cards are one of my favorite frames of reference. So I love using oracle cards and tarot cards, and they really do speak to you. So find a deck that you feel drawn to, that you love the artwork, that it just feels good in your hands, and start to get to know it. It's the oracle will work through it, and your guides will work through the oracle. It's amazing. Isn't it, Susan? I think one of the first times I ever met you, I was really into reading
Yeah,
cards back then.
yeah, you were. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the other thing to build off what she's saying is, you guys, if spirit is sending you messages and you're like, "Oh, I think that's a sign." Then 5 minutes later, your phone rings or you got to go do something, you forgot. Your brain is going to forget. Your brain is like, "We don't know nothing about no signs. That don't mean no different. Forget it." So please write it down. If you're pulling cards, write it down. I challenge you guys. If you will get some kind of notebook or maybe your laptop or your phone and just go to the notes, and every single day put it in the same place so that it's, you can find it. And whenever you see a sign, write it down. I think this was a sign. I'm not sure. If you think you know what it is, write it down. Write down the date, write down the time. Repeating numbers, that's a sign. I pulled cards today. This is what I asked. These are the cards I got. Write it down. Here's where the magic happens. 15
Yeah.
days, 30 days later, you go back and look through those pages, and those things that were just dots that didn't make any sense now connect. That's how you connect. That's how you communicate with your guides. If you'll do that, you will read that all of the accumulation of all those things, whether it's card pulls, signs, songs in your head is a sign. All
Yeah.
people say things to you and you're like, "Whoa, I think that means something." All those things, right? All those things, when you read them, add up to a story that will astonish you. That if you don't write it down, your brain's just going to let go of it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hopefully that helps you,
That's
Barbara.
awesome. Yeah.
It's
Thanks,
hard to
Barbara.
read yourself. It's much harder to read you than it is to read somebody else.
Yeah. And the cards don't lie, so they're pretty reliable.
It's just how you interpret the cards sometimes, right?
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Sometimes I
That
don't
could
like
be
my answer.
that could be the problem, because I'll tell you, if things aren't working out, it's because you have a block that you're not aware of.
Hmm.
That's why if you write it all down, it can get around the blocks and give you a bigger perspective.
Yeah. Getting it off your mind and on the paper enables you to have room to shift your perspective as you move through whatever the energy is. Yeah. Very good. So, okay, moving on to Monica. Hoping I will get to work long enough to catch up. What does Spirit think? I voted October 1st. Wow. People, you could vote in
Nice.
October 1st.
See,
That's amazing.
some of you states that got your act together out there.
I'm telling you.
I'm not sure what you mean. I hope I will get to work long enough to catch up. Catch up to what?
Yeah.
Or catch up how? But
Yeah. Is that a yes or no question?
yeah, right.
Hmm.
I think if your question is, will I catch up? Right? Like if I ask it that way, is she going to catch up?
Yeah, I'm getting yes. I'm getting yes that there's victory there and good news. Um, yeah, good news.
Yeah, I
Things
agree.
for you.
No,
Okay,
I
cool.
agree.
All right, let's see. Mary Lou, hey, good to see you. Hey, Donna and Susan, what mysteriously gunked up my cat Mo's ear this week? My vet is stumped. Hmm.
A- Allergies, not allergies, but something like something that was emitted, that like allergies, but not allergies. I don't know how else to describe it. A reaction.
A reaction. I don't know. I'm getting like a really painful earache. Um,
What was the cause
and
of it?
it's just the it's drainage from this pressure
Like
that
a
built up in
virus,
the ear.
like a virus or like a bacterial infection?
I don't know if it's bacterial or what caused it. It could have been caused by like a scratch or something, but something built up in there and caused pressure and pain and then drained out. But the vet
Yeah.
would have been able to see that, I would think.
They just can't understand what happened. They
Right.
mysteriously like, where did this come from? You know? Um,
Um,
I don't know. I don't know. I just get s- a reaction to cause the drainage that then caused the blockage. You know, it could be viral, it could be bacterial, it could be, um, you know, it just things happen.
Yeah, and Mo doesn't know. It just hurt.
Yeah,
It
mo
was
you
just,
don't,
yeah,
they
a
don't know.
really
Yeah, they're just
uncomfortable
like,
time.
it hurt like hell too. I'll tell you that. And I don't
Yeah.
know if you're putting any warm compress or anything, but that would also help, like right in the base of the ear, like right there.
Oh, good idea.
Just for the pain, because it's pretty. I think it's better now. Having some trouble hearing, things sound muffled.
Yeah.
Did Artie Mac? I don't think. To me, it's not a physical. To me, it's organic. It's something that happened inside the ear. To me, it's not a physical whack. Do you feel like maybe you get something different? Do you get that it could be like a
No,
physical whack with a swelling?
no, I'm not. I feel like it. That it feels like something that I don't know. It feels like a poke, like even a claw scratching. I don't know, but that's what it feels like to be like.
So that's what she's saying. Her cat could have poked the ear, whacked the ear.
Could have been the other cat. Not sure.
So it's a reaction. So that's the reaction. I don't know,
Okay.
dear. Might be a mystery.
Okay. Ruthie H says, I've been feeling like I'm on the precipice of a major change in my life. I'm just not sure what to do. Do my guides have any thoughts for me? Example, financial relocation. I'm open to anything. Wow.
Get some Moldavite. You'll whatever you'll be shot out of your life like a cannon. um,
That's
I
good.
have it. I have it and look at it, and the crystal people say, "Honey, if you have it, it's working on you." I said, "Yeah, but I haven't worn it." That's a whole nother level. Um,
Yeah.
you know
Some
what I
people
would
can't wear it on their chest. It's so intense. You have to just like wear it on a ring or wear it as loose stone in your pocket.
Yeah, Moldavite, if you guys are wondering what we're saying. Um,
My God. Well, I was hearing this song. I'm leaving on a jet plane. You know this song.
nice.
And
Sounds
then
like a
I'm hearing
move.
like spread your wings and fly. I mean, really
Nice.
have an adventure, plan an adventure, or a plan to have a spontaneous adventure. Just get a one-way ticket and go give yourself an adventure. Give yourself a treat.
Right. And listen,
Yeah.
what Donna is saying is important in the sense of what she's not saying. She's not saying pack all your bags, sell your house, or cancel your lease. She's not saying that. She's saying go experience that change in a way that is not life changing, right? That's what the guides are saying. Like, play with the idea of the change. It's the same idea of like getting a visa and going to another country for 3 months, right? The change kind of needs to start inside here. Once it starts in here and you've worked through it and you've embodied it, it naturally pops up out there. We
Yeah.
always think I need to go out here and get the change so that I can change, but it's actually the reverse. So do some things inside of you that can allow you to then naturally have that external change. So some of those
Yeah.
things could be taking a trip like Donna's saying, but it can also be getting a better handle on your finances, like really digging in deep into your finances. Find an area of your life that you feel like, "Ooh, yeah, I want to look into this." Yeah. That's the direction to go. So if it's finances, if you're like, "Ooh, I really want to get in and see all these charges, maybe these you know how we have all these, what do you call those things? When you have a membership, you have all these memberships and different
Oh,
things.
right.
If that's feeling good to you, if that's feeling like, "Ooh, I like this," that's the direction that you need to go. If you look around your place and you say, I want to loosen up, I want to lighten up, I want to get rid of a lot of stuff, that's the direction you need to go. Once you start moving the energy around in your body and in your life, spirit will open up the external direction for you.
Yeah. I think what Spirit is saying is don't underestimate yourself. Don't underestimate your ability to assert your independence and to be creative with how you want to manifest your co-create your reality going forward. And Susan has a good example in the financial. You may not want to redo all of it or look at all of it or go through and do that kind of a spring cleaning. Maybe you just want to take a chunk of savings and put it over in a self-directed IRA and just play with buying and selling stocks. I mean, but just give yourself a creative outlet in whatever it is that appeals to you, and go and experience something different. But I really do see travel. I really do. So have fun.
I do.
Go somewhere
Have
you've
fun.
always wanted to go.
Yeah.
There's
Love
a
it.
there, and if you don't have anybody to travel with you, I mean, there are lots and lots of solo traveler
Yeah.
tours and excursions, or you could just, like I said, book a one-way ticket and call Airbnb and have your own fun.
Yeah.
I like to do traveling that way too.
That's what I do. Yep.
So, yep. Okay, you want to grab one, Susan? Thank you,
What
Ruthie.
do you see me getting the stuff from Okay, how about spirit just threw this one at me? Do
Mhm.
you, Anita says, do you see me getting this dog from a family friend who has to put her mom in assisted living after the sudden loss of her father? Donna may have something different, but what I say yes, but there's a yes, but you could be a temporary holding person for this dog. The dog could stay with you, but there's also an energy of you're making this dog safe, you're giving this dog a
Mhm.
breather, and then the dog might go on to someone else, which will all make sense whenever that happens. What do you think, Donna? And she may completely disagree with me. I don't know.
Well, I see that the dog is good with children, not little babies, but like I'd say like a 7, 8, 10-year-old. I'm seeing somewhere between 7 and 10-year-old, and it's a girl. So I don't know if you have a child that age in your life, but this dog is, would be a good companion for this girl as well. But I do see the dog staying with you, like Susan said, at least for a bit.
Could stay forever, but there's a possibility that the dog moves on as well. I would just try to
Mhm.
be open-minded about it if you can. That was hard for me, but I've found that I have done it and I can do it even though it's not something that I ever set out to do.
Yeah. I really feel sorry for the lady who lost her dad and now has to put her mom in
Yeah,
assisted living. That's a lot to
yeah,
navigate.
that's hard, so
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Feels like a glimpse into my future.
Yeah,
For those of y'all who don't know, my dad's on hospice, and so we're looking at those same kinds of choices. But anyway, my heart goes out to them and bless you for being willing to take the dog, Anita. That's a very
yes,
kind-hearted, compassionate thing to do.
yes, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, and the dog will have an energetic connection, just because you have the connection to the family and to that family friend. So that's good for the dog as well. So thanks. Let's see. Maria says, Donna and Susan, I do consulting work, WFH since 2019 to take care of my mom who is a cancer patient, but I've been without work since September 30th. Will my employer find a new remote client for me? Thanks. Susan, do you know what WFH is?
Maybe
Oh, working
from
from home.
home. Working from home. Took me a minute, but I figured it out.
Yeah. Duh.
I feel like yes. I feel like yes, but it feels
Holidays.
yeah, it feels like there's a weight and then it comes in
Mhm.
really easy. Like when you push it or you're trying to get something open or you're pushing on something and it's really hard and then all of a sudden it gives and you just fall through. That's kind of how it feels. So, you're feeling holidays, like holidays as
Yeah,
in
like
holidays
Christmas time. I'm hearing
this
Christmas carols and it's cold and
okay.
yeah, I'm getting it. That's the time frame that
Nice.
I'm getting is
Nice.
holidays.
Cute dog too.
Yeah. I love these animal
I love that
photos.
face. Yeah, Maria, just try to be, try to keep your energy up. Try to be as positive as you can. And we say holidays. It could be Thanksgiving. It could be that you start work or that you're through some sort of training or it could be sooner. Okay. Just try to keep as positive as you can.
Yeah. I'm trying to find something about, gosh. Somebody says, I hope they get to your question that's terrible about the bleeding. And now I'm trying to find the one that they're talking about and I can't find it.
Repost that for us, guys. In the
Yeah.
meantime, I'm going to go to Karen. Karen Conway Roy, thank you so much for all you do for us, for your moderating, and she often does my timestamps for my videos, which is such a big help.
Oh,
So
bless
thank you.
you.
I know, right? Exactly. So thank
Man.
you so much, Karen. She
Yeah.
says, following a weekly family Zoom call, I sent a pent up emotional explaining my hurt text to my three Trumper brothers. What will be the consequences? I wish I could say, I mean, come on, these guys, have they ever I mean, I think you're kind of asking for a miracle here in a sense, right? Like, I don't think they're going to pay any attention to you. One brother is kind of emotional
It
and
is. Yeah.
he might be responding to you because he's very temperamental and he just thinks everybody, he thinks everybody's out to get him, whatever. I don't know. Um, but I don't think you're going to
There's
get
one that's intractable. There's just one that's completely intractable. This.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get what you want to get, which is, to be seen and be respected and be heard. And sometimes we just have to give that to ourselves.
Yeah.
Sorry
I'm
to
sorry
say.
you're having to go through that. Yeah. But your guides are saying that, you have a good support around you and that I call them love relatives. I have my blood relatives and I love them, but the people who I consider to be like my core family are not blood related. They're my love relatives and you have that and there's no reason why you can't, lean into that. And I hope you will, find your tribe and let them
So
love on you.
she's hoping it doesn't get worse. She's saying
Yeah.
don't expect to change their minds, but hope it doesn't destroy. Um,
Mhm.
you can't be you're not responsible. You can't make these people do so what I think is you guys, and this is for everybody too, after this you felt better after speaking your truth. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's why you did it. You know what I mean? Now
Yep.
you've unburdened yourself and they can make their own choice, right? So that's it. And these people could be worse after the election. So you might want to just give everybody some space. Um, but yeah, I'm glad you unburdened yourself. And I think they're going to do them. I don't see them having any big wake up, personally.
Yeah. You may get a truce. That would be great if you could just call a truce and agree not to
Well, I
talk about
think
it
that's
for a
what she
while.
wants, but I'm not even sure that's going to happen. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. We all have one in our family.
I have
Uh,
several. Yeah.
yes, you have several. Okay, this is the one, I think. Um, just went to the ER 3 times of bleeding. I don't want to do that again. Um,
I think
Deb,
that
how
might be
are
a
you?
follow-up.
Sorry you're
Yeah.
going through that. That's no way, no good. Um, I think somebody asked you this in the chat. I haven't been able to read the chat, but are you on blood thinners? Are you on medication? This feels like medication is making it worse. Um, I'm getting this sense of unpredictability, like it's unpredictable, or you think you have it fixed and it's not fixed. Have confidence in doing the Watchman procedure, catches blood clots.
Is that you're considering doing that, I guess.
She wants to have confidence in doing the Watchman procedure because it catches blood clots. You're asking, do we think the Watchman procedure is worth having confidence in, right? Um,
Yeah.
I feel like yes, but I don't feel like it's
I think it all
infallible.
boils down to who's doing it too, the medical team. Yeah.
To me, it's mostly good, but I don't know that it's 100% good. You're on blood thinners for AFib. Okay, yes. Okay. Um, this is a crazy response in my opinion, but when we get worried about things, we get in our head, and then we just start our mind just kind of races and we kind of just get caught
Mhm.
up in the what ifs and that energy is making it worse. So your guides are saying just try this on top of everything that you're doing medically, which is important. Always trust your doctors. This isn't medical advice. On top of what you're doing with the medical physicians, ground yourself and bring your energy down into the earth and see your blood being thick, and you know what I mean, just do some visualization. So instead of spending all the energy
Yeah.
like worrying, is this going to happen? Is this going to work? What if it does happen? I hope I'm okay, which is stuff I do. That's normal stuff. But just
Yeah.
try to take that energy and redirect it to I am okay. I am safe. My blood is doing what it's supposed to be doing. My body's handling this perfectly. And then bring your energy into the ground. Do that every day. And I really think it's going to have a little bit extra effect.
Yeah. I agree. That's probably one of the most positive things you can do. I do see that it's going to work. It may not be exactly the way you hope as far as the outcome, but it is going to work and do some good. It's time to heal. I'm getting that it's time to heal. And it's just not going to be a swift healing. It's going
It's
to
a
take
process.
extra time.
It's a
Yeah, it's a bit
process.
of a
It's a
process.
process. And I don't know, and this is not a judgment because I have no patience, 0. But I don't think you're very patient with yourself. So try to be patient with yourself and understand your body's doing the best it can and just send love to it.
Yeah, good thinking. Yes. Thank you, Deb. Hope you're better
Yeah.
soon.
Take good
Check
care.
back in. Let us know how you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have, let's see, here's another one. Diane Kutkick. Will my adult son get a handle on his OCD and return to work? I feel like he is pulling in and around on himself, and it feels like it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Same thing. Hate to tell you that, but forewarned is forearmed. So
Yeah.
you can expect it. So you don't go, oh no, because it's not a one-way trip. He's just like, especially right down here. I don't know if he has stomach problems, but down in his stomach, really tense. Just
Yeah.
really
And
tense.
feeling
Could
very
he
out
be
of
on
control.
new drugs? Could there be a new prescription? Could there be a new sensory um program or procedure that would like even the eye movement or some kind of thing? There's some kind of sensory biofeedback, something, especially with his
Yeah.
ears, hearing. He's very sensitive with his hearing. Um, but I feel like he can get through this. This is just a really particularly bad time. Is that what you're getting, Donna?
Well, what I'm getting is that this has kind of been triggered. I mean, he's had it for a while, but it's triggered by something that's not from this lifetime.
Yep.
Like
Or
something
not
happened
physical.
and flashed back to something from another lifetime that he's still sort of carrying the karma for.
But how does he fix that? I mean, how do
But
you
I
fix
do
that with
feel
somebody that's OCD? Um, that's why I
yeah,
think we've got to focus on 3D, real,
frequency.
like I mean, if he didn't have OCD, we could say go get hypnosis, go get past life regression. But I don't think those things are going to work with him right now. I think he needs to
Mm,
this is a kind of an acute situation right now. It's very tense right now.
yeah.
Maybe even for months this could happen. But I feel like he gets on the other side of it. EMDR. Thank you, Susan. Usually the guides give that to me,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure why they didn't. Um, yeah, but also something with his ears. Is he really sensitive with his ears? I just like
No, I'm
I don't,
thinking it's sound therapy, frequency,
okay, maybe that's what
anxiety
it is.
hurts, the hurts to treat anxiety.
Oh,
Um,
okay. He's on meds. Okay, hold on.
which
He's on
I
meds.
don't know.
Starting to see a therapist. Currently on Zoloft. Okay, he could use some additional therapies, some sort of like Donna said, sound therapy, or
Hmm.
he could actually even, I don't know, y'all. This is just what the guides are saying. Do they make a vest that's like, they have thunder shirts for dogs that hold you tight? Do they make a vest that would be like compression for him? Because that would feel, I think that might calm him down a little bit. Um, you know what
I
I'm
know they
saying?
have weighted blankets. That might
Maybe
be
a
good
weighted
too.
blanket would do it. Maybe that would do it. I don't know. A weighted vest.
But
They
a
have a weighted
sound
vest.
bath,
Okay.
yeah. I think a
Yeah.
sound bath wouldn't hurt.
Right. But he's so, I swear to God, he's super sensitive. He's
Yeah.
very clairaudient. So he can hear sounds nobody else can hear. Like he's the dog that can hear the dog whistle. He can hear it's just I want to like my ears feel like they're bleeding. Like that's my sign of I'm very sensitive. Um yeah, that's nice. Divine 8 says students use a weighted vest to ground them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. There's some really good advice here in the comments too. You guys, I love the way you help each other.
I know it's been really sweet to watch
Yeah, he's
see
very
this.
sensitive. I'm telling you, my I swear to God, my ears are so right now. So in that case, sound has to be he has to be very careful. Like you could get some seriously sound blocking headphones. And then
Yeah.
it's a
The
matter of what works for him because you're going to find that white noise works or high pitched tones work or binaural beats work, but other things don't work. Like one thing might work. So what ends up happening is you say, I can't listen to anything. I don't want to listen to anything because the wrong thing, he tripped across the wrong thing. But there is the right thing. And this is really, really going to be important for him through his ears. He's on the
yeah.
spectrum, right? Yeah, yeah. That all makes sense. It's it's just the sound. I tell you, find the right sound, and this man will just be like zenned out. But you got to find the right sound.
He'll and he will. He will. YouTube is actually a great place to check into those things. You can
That's
find
true, and it's
all
free.
kinds of sound therapy.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Susan, I think we have time for one more. It's a little after the hour.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that all right?
yeah. Maybe let's see if we can shoehorn 2 in. Let's see if we
Okay.
can shoehorn two quick ones in. It's a
Two
little
more.
bit exhausting to do readings, and I really try to keep it close to an hour. Um, Go ahead. Do you wanna read that, or do you want me to
Sure.
read?
Karen Davis says, my friend has experienced ridiculous and possibly illegal delays by the attorney handling her mom's estate, going on 2 years now. Will it finally be settled anytime soon? I'm um, I'm not seeing it happen in 2024. I feel like there's going to be like it's supposed to go before the judge, and then at the last minute there's a pleading, or a request for whatever they call it, not a stay, but a continuance. Um, but early next year, I would say I feel February. I'm feeling February. How about you? Did you get anything, Susan?
I could go with February, March. It seems to me like this attorney is not doing the right thing, or perhaps in over their head. That the case might even be given to another person, or somehow some kind of switcheroo thing happens,
Yeah.
that causes it to move forward, that causes it to leap forward. Um, Sometimes you also just have to be your own best advocate. You know, you have to really be the squeaky wheel that gets the oil. Venus says
And
her question was a quick answer, but I don't know what your question was. Um, Go
there she
ahead.
goes. Venus, did you say?
Did you just pull it up too?
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez, well, there you go, Venus. That's how this gets done. Spirit guides are like ding ding. Love
There
the
it goes.
dog.
Okay, I'd love a reading on my living dog, Roxy. Wondering if she wants me to know anything. Also, how would she feel if I were to go away for a weekend without her? I know how my dog
Don't ever
feels.
ask your dog that. What would your kids say? Honey, would you like to go to school? No. The answer is no. But no, I think that Roxy, um, okay, look, forgive me, yell at me, whatever, but I'm saying that Roxy's a prima donna. Okay, that's just what I'm saying. She's a little bit dramatic. Okay, I feel like Roxy would be fine if you went away for the weekend. I think you're more worried about Roxy than she is about this, and I think that um, if Roxy really likes mental stimulation, like she either likes to
Hmm.
play or likes to look at things, like, so if she, like, I take my dog to a doggy daycare, and the first 3 days it looks like, I can't even tell you what it looks like. She's jumping through the air, she's rolling, she's got friends. The last 3 days she's interviewing for parents. She's like, my mom isn't coming back, will you be my parent, looking at the camera, it's sad, but the first 3 days she's just like hell on four paws. I
Oh
really
my God.
That's Roxy. Roxy's gonna be like, the gang leader of the pack. But if you get a pet sitter to come into your house, then she's just gonna get a lot of extra treats and belly rubs. But she doesn't do well by herself. That's why I'm suggesting a doggy daycare. Like if she's just alone for a long time, she gets a little anxious. Venus
Yeah.
is laughing at my prima donna. I mean, it's not bad, right? It's not bad. It's not bad to be a prima.
No, well, she's definitely in the mood for more fun. She wants you to get out more with her and do some more fun stuff.
See, I
She's,
tell you, if you ask, you get there.
yeah, she says it's kind of boring, the same routine. She's kind of ready for something new, but she'll be ready to celebrate if there was something fun to go and do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And your dogs know, or your cat, if they run into the place, that's a good place, right? If you have to drag them in, that's not a good idea, right? Um, Yeah, I think she
Yeah.
would like some new friends and some new playtime.
I don't know if she goes to like stay with your mom, but she has like kind of a grandmother energy in her mind that if she's going to go somewhere, I want to go stay with her because she feeds me all kinds of people
That's the
foods
prima donna. That's what I'm saying.
so
This
that I
dog
don't
is
get it
not stupid.
home.
This dog is
So
not.
she'd
This
be
dog
mad if
is.
you can go send her off to her favorite auntie or grandma or whoever it is that she's all crazy about.
See, here's the truth. This is me. This is me. Venus gets
Oh,
anxiety. This is me. I'm dropping the dog off crying, and they're like, "Lady, let just
she's
go." You know, do it more
yeah,
often. You need because you're going to develop. The dog is going to start developing issues because you have the issue.
yeah,
So
yeah.
even
We
doggy
saw a lot of
daycare.
that.
Even doggy daycare is awesome because you drop them off in the morning, you pick them up in the afternoon. They got to go. They be socialized. They got to play. You get to practice being away from them. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a prima donna. I know. I know. I love this dog. I mean, if that's her picture, I love her. I already got. I got one just like it
She
in the
looks
living
a
room
little
right
like
now in the house.
Zoe.
No, it looks a little bit like Zoe. I got one on the living room. They're fine. Dogs are fine. It's you that have to work through your anxiety.
Yeah.
Do it more often. It's really important because I do sense that she can be anxious. She could be picking up your anxiety, and that's not something you want. Take it from me. You don't want an anxiety dog.
No. Okay.
All
Well,
right,
thank you all for
everybody.
coming so much. Before we wrap up, I just saw in the chat that one of the people in the chat's going to be in my class that starts this weekend. So that's awesome.
Nice.
AM Astro.
Oh,
So happy to
nice.
hear that
Hey,
there's
hey.
people there. We've still got a couple more spots if anybody would like to come. It's a 4-week class and we're going to do 2 hours every Sunday afternoon. It's going to be interactive. We'll actually be doing readings and learning some pretty cool stuff every week. And in between, we'll have like a practice session on Tuesday evenings with an hour of supervised reading so you can get some feedback
What?
and integrate what
Wow.
you just learned on Sunday. So it's 4 weeks of class and then 3 practice sessions in between the 4 weeks, and it'll be over before Thanksgiving. So if you are interested in that, you can go to my website at donnanorris.net and look in the events tab. Yeah, I would love to have a
Donna's a
couple more
great
people come
teacher,
in.
you guys. I have done a lot of classes with
Yeah,
her. She's a great teacher. You will learn
it's
a
fun.
lot and you'll do
Yeah,
a
we're going
lot
to
of
talk to
practicing. That's what I love.
yeah, nature
Lots.
spirits, animals in nature as well as companion animals and pets and wild animals. So it's going to be pretty diverse and a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you know what? Learning the psychic stuff, if you learn it with pets, it works with humans, right? It's not like you
That's
can't transfer what you learn from her to reading yourself or reading others. So I hope you guys check it out and subscribe
yeah.
while you're here.
Yes, please do. Yep, living or deceased. We'll be talking to all of them. So thank you, Susan. Gosh, it's been great to see you and connect again. I know last weekend I saw you at the Connect to Empower conference, but we were both just it was a whirlwind of activity. It was
It
fun.
was and
It was very
some
exciting, but
and Anne Marie was there. I am Maestro.
oh,
She was there at Connect to Empower. Now she's going to be in your class, so she is ramping up the energy. That's
yeah,
great.
looking forward
Super
to it.
awesome.
Good. Well, everybody, thank you for coming. Susan, thank you for being here. And
Thank you for
we
having me.
will see you next time. Do you have anything coming up, Susan, that you want to tell them?
Oh my God. Uh,
You're still playing catch up?
I'm still playing catch up. I'm going to be live with Kevin's Loving Vibration tomorrow night to do politics.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, but I've got
Good.
things planned. I've got things coming. My guides had so much time, so much fun at that event. They're like, let's do it again. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
that's
easy for you to say. But yeah,
all right.
lots of good stuff coming. You guys all take care.
All right. Bye for now, y'all.